All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, call halaim la, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash, and double honors be to our apostles and elders at the great millstone. Peace and salutations to our the Most High's elect. So this is the book of Joshua, chapter 1 and verse 1. It says, now after the death of Moses, the servant of the Lord, it came to pass, the Lord spake unto Joshua, the son of Nun, Moses' minister, saying, Moses, my servant, is dead. Now therefore arise, go over this Jordan, thou and all this people, unto the land which I do give unto them, even to the children of Israel. Every place that the sole of your foot shall tread upon, that I have given you, as I said unto Moses, from the wilderness and this Lebanon, even unto the great river, the river Euphrates, all the land of the Hittites, unto the great sea toward the going down of the sun shall be your coast. There shall not any man be able to stand before thee all the days of thy life, as I was with Moses. So will I be with thee, and I will not fail thee nor forsake thee. 6th verse says, be strong and of good courage, for unto this people shalt thou divide for an inheritance the land which I swear unto their fathers to give unto them. Only be thou very courageous, that thou mayest observe to do according to all thy law, which Moses my servant commanded thee, and turn not from it to the right hand or to the left, that thou mayest prosper whithersoever thou goest. This book of the law shall not depart out of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according all that is written therein. For then thou shalt make thy way prosperous, and thou shalt have good success. Have I not commanded thee, be strong and of a good courage, and be not afraid, neither be thou dismayed, for the Lord thy power is with thee whithersoever thou goest. Right, so it says, the book of thy law shall not depart of thy mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night, that thou mayest observe to do according all that is written therein. Right, let's get the word for meditate. You shall meditate therein day and night. All right, and this captivity, I'm saying they're trying to keep you away from this, keep you busy, working. But really, Jake was created just to serve the Lord all day long, but in this hellhole, you serving this devil for the want of all things. So it's a balancing act that, saying that's why the Lord said in John 17, he prayed for them, that he prayed not for the world, that the Lord may keep them from the world, It says meditate, to devise, plot, speak on, utter, speak, meditate, devise, muse, imagine, to have one's mind resting upon. All right, so your mind's rested upon the ordinances of the Most High. His book could not depart out of your mouth, but thou shalt meditate therein day and night. All right, the word says to ponder, to think abstractly. All right, because this meditation that you do on these scriptures is not of this world. It's an abstract concept to this society. You know what I'm saying it's different. It's holy. To engage in mental contemplation. To meditate, to think over, reflect, consider. Scripture say you shall lower yourselves in the land of your captivities, in the sight of the heathen, right? You're going to reflect and consider all the wonders the Lord done for you. He's about to do. His mercy. You're going to consider your brothers. You're going to consider yourself. Consider, you know what I'm saying, the lessons the Lord's teaching you, and all these things, right? You're going to reflect, right? It says, take appropriate measures to plan in the mind, to employ the mind in thought or in contemplation, especially in a religious way. Meditative, inclined to meditation, inclined to deep thought or introspective reflection or consideration of oneself actions. It says contemplation, devout preoccupation. Yeah. You gotta be devout in this thing of ours, and you have to be preoccupied with the word. Sirach 39th chapter. Right. This has a private devotions, prayer, thought, reflection, study, thinking over meditation. To meditate, to think over, reflect, and consider. Right. The scripture say if you have a servant, put him to the yoke, put him under the yoke, unless he become idle, because idleness teaches much evil. Right. So your mind's supposed to be on the ordinances of the Lord, and like a woman, like your woman's supposed to be thinking about you all the time. Her mind's supposed to be filled of you, not with all this bullshit of the world, thinking about different men, thinking about weird sex acts. You know what I'm saying? She performing with these weird random people. That's why her mind wanders astray, because she's not serving the man. It says the book of Psalms 1 and verse 1, it says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful, but his delight is in the law of the Most High Yahweh Bashem El Shai. And in his law doth he meditate day and night." When you wake up, when you go up, down to sleep, that's devout. That's a devout preoccupation, right? As it says in the word here for meditation, devout preoccupation. Good word for devout. And so that's why the Lord said the hireling cared not for the flock, because he's not devout. He's not preoccupied in the service of the Lord. Okay, he's a part-time lover. He's only there for his heart's not in it, right? He's not devout. Devout, it says yielding reverential devotion to the Most High, especially in prayer, pious religious forms, devoted, an assiduous devotion to the Lord, right? That's what the Lord's men have. Revelation, the 14th chapter, they follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. It says, given up, vow, devoted. All right. I'm hopelessly devoted to you, like Olivia Newton-John said. Which that was a Jake, that was a light skin, a white woman. That was a Jake like Tina Marie. It says expressing devotion or piety, sincere or solemn, a sincere, solemn, devout preoccupation for the word. That's what the Lord requires. It says Psalms 1 and 2. It says, "But is his delight in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. He shall be like a tree planted by the rivers of water, that bring forth fruit in his season." John 7:38. He that believeth on me, out of his belly shall flow rivers of living water, right? That bringeth forth in fruit in his season, right? And his leaf shall not wither, and whatsoever he doeth shall prosper. The ungodly are not so, but are like the chaff, which the wind shall drive away. It says, "Therefore the ungodly shall not stand in the judgment, nor sinners in the congregation of the righteous. For the Most High, Yahweh Shem Ashai, knoweth the way of the righteous, but the way of the ungodly shall perish." Right? Because they're not meditating in the ways of the Lord day and night, which ultimately the Lord gives them up to a perverse, corrupt mind, to do that which is unseemly, right? A reprobate mind, that says in Romans 1:26, he gave them over to vile affections. Okay, that's how you become a because your mind's not on the law of the Lord. You become a drug addict. You become a obese shell of yourself, right? Because you're not being disciplined in what you're doing, what you're putting in your body, how you living. You got low self-esteem. All them demons come on you when you're not filled with the Spirit of the Lord, right? And even when the Lord is working with you, you still get attacked. But you put on the whole armor, that you may withstand, right? It says Sirach chapter 14 and verse 20. It says, "Blessed is the man that doeth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. He that considereth her ways in his heart shall also have an understanding in her secrets." It says, "Go after her as one that traceth, and lieth in wait in her ways. He that prieth in at her window shall also hearken at her doors. He that doth lodge near her house shall also fasten a pin in her walls." It says, "He shall pitch his tent nigh unto her, and he shall lodge in the lodging place where good things are." It says, he shall set his children under her shelter and shall lodge under her branches. By her he shall be covered from heat, and in glory shall he dwell. Right. Because he's gonna meditate good things and wisdom. Which that's the beginning of the wisdom is the fear of the Lord, right? So blessed is that man that doth meditate good things in wisdom, and that reasoneth of holy things by his understanding. And them holy things only gonna come through constant prayer. That's right. The Lord that strengthen your relationship with the Lord. Fasting, constant study, constant dedication, devotion, preoccupation with this word. All right, not being entangled with this life, right, with the affairs of this life. No man that worth doeth what entangle himself with the affairs of this life. They may please him, may call him to be a soldier. Right? A soldier is preoccupied in warlike tactics, and this truth teaches you to the ultimate art of war, which is to wait on the Lord. fear of the Lord. The Lord gonna make you to fight, right? Then he said that, but first he gotta make you a spiritual being. Psalm chapter 36 and verse 1, it says, "O Most High, thou art my power. Early I will seek thee. My soul thirsted for thee. My flesh longing for thee in a dry, thirsty land where no water is." Right here in this damn society. The Lord said, in a valley, though I walk in the valley of the shadow of death, Psalms 23. I fear no evil, right? In a dry, thirsty land. That's a valley of shadow of death. Where there's no water, but the Lord said, I'll give you to drink, right? I pour my spirit upon all flesh, Joel 2:27. Starting with his elect, Psalm 63 and 2, it says, "To see thy power and thy glory, so as I have seen thee in the sanctuary, because thy loving kindness is better than life. My lips shall praise thee. Thus will I bless while I live. I lift up my hands in thy name. My soul shall be satisfied as with marrow and fatness, and my mouth shall praise thee with joyful lips. When I remember thee upon my bed and meditate on thee in the night watches." Right? When I meditate upon thee in the night watches, it says, "Because thou hast been my help, therefore in the shadow of thy wings I will rejoice." The Lord comes with healing in his wings. Scripture say he come with healing in his wings. "My soul followeth hard after thee. Thy right hand upholdeth me. But those that seek my soul to destroy it shall go into the lower parts of the earth." Ooh, they're gonna burn in hell forever. Now they go down to the pit. They're gonna go down to the grave. Right? The Lord gonna do away with all that seek to destroy the Israelites, man. Starting with his election. All those that scoff against this truth, they're gonna be in the lower parts of the earth, man, disintegrated. You know, they're gonna be done for, deceased. It says, 10th verse, "They shall all fall by the sword, and it shall be a portion for foxes. But the king shall rejoice in the Most High. Everyone that sweareth by him shall glory. But the mouth of them that speak lies shall be stopped." Yeah, the white man, number one liar. All right. The white man is the number one liar, the father of lies. Right. So upon my bed will I remember thee and meditate on thee in the night watches. Psalm 63 and 6. All right, because the ordinance of the Lord is supposed to be on your mind all the time. That's basically the point, right? Psalm 77 and 1, it says, "And I cried unto the Most High with my voice, even unto the Most High with my voice. And he gave ear unto me. In the day of my trouble, I sought the Most High. My soul ran in the night and ceased not. My soul refused to be comforted. I remembered the Most High and was troubled. I complained and my spirit was overwhelmed. Thou holdest my eyes awake, and I am troubled so that I cannot speak. I have considered the days of old, the years of ancient times. I called to remember my songs in the night. I communed with my own heart, and my spirit made a diligent search. Will the Lord cast off forever? Will he be favorable no more? Is his mercy clean gone forever? Doth his promise fail forevermore? Hath the Most High forgotten to be gracious? Hath he in his anger shut up his tender mercies?" It says, "I said, this is mine infirmity, but I will remember the years of the right hand of the Most High. For I will remember the works of the Lord. Surely will I remember thy wondrous works, and I will meditate also of thy work and talk of thy doings. And thy way, O Most High, is in the sanctuary. Who is so great a power as our power? Thou art the God that doest wonders. Thou doest declare thy strength amongst the people. Thou hast with thine arm redeemed thy people, the sons of Jacob and Joseph, north and southern kingdom. right? But the 12th verse says, I will meditate also of all thy work and talk of thy doings. Oh, you had to do too much lessons, too much videos, too much work. Well, that's part of the meditation upon the upon the meditation of all that work and talking all the Lord's doings. That's really what it was created to do. Like Psalms, like Revelation the 18th chapter speaks about 420 elders. Oh, is it 14? I mean, is it 18? I think it says the 420 elders, they sit in front of the throne and all they do is praise the Lord. You know? So the whole duty of man is to keep obey the Lord, keep his commandments, right? His commandments not grievous. Revelation 11:16, and the 420 elders which sat before the Most High on their seats fell upon their faces and worshiped the Most High, saying, we give thee thanks, O Lord Almighty, which are and has and are to come, because thou hast taken to thee great power and has reigned. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come in the time of the dead, that they should be judged, that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants the prophets, and to the saints and them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroy the earth. And the temple of the Most High was open in heaven, and there was seen in his temple the ark of his testament. And there were lightnings, voices, and thunders, and earthquakes, and great hail, right? The destruction, right? But it says that the 420 elders, basically that's their job, just to praise the Lord. You know? So you are to meditate on all the Lord's works, Psalm 77:12, and talk of his doings. When you stop talking about his doings, then you start talking about other gods. Start talking about the elections and shit. You start talking about being a mo, everything's cool, women's liberation and shit. Those are all demonic philosophies, you know what I mean? With when it concerns these doctrines that are outside of the Most High, he said, you will have no other gods before me. Right? You're not going to have any other gods before me. Psalms 119 verse 12, it says, blessed art thou, O Lord, teach me thy statutes. It said, with my lips I have declared all thy judgments out of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies as much as in all riches. For I will meditate in thy precepts and have respect unto thy ways. It said, I will delight myself in thy statutes, and I will not forget thy word. Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Open thou my eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law, right? You're going to speak of all the Lord's works. He's going to show you the works so you can speak of them. Psalms 177 and 12. I will also meditate of all thy works and talk of all thy doings. The Lord's going to show you all his works so you can speak about it. I will delight myself in thy statutes, Psalms 119:16. And I will not forget thy word. Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live and keep thy word. Open thy eyes, that I may behold. Open thou mine eyes, like him, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. It said, I'm a stranger in the earth, and hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh for the longing that have unto thy judgments at all times. It says, 23rd verse, jump down. It says, princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. And thy testimonies are also my delight and my counselors. My soul shall cleave unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. I have declared my ways, and thou heardest me. Teach me thy statutes, and make me to understand the way of thy precepts. So shall I talk of thy wondrous works. Again, there you go, talking about the wondrous work. I will talk of thy doings. Psalms 77:12. I'll meditate also of thy works, and I will talk of thy doings. All right, and that's what this devil don't want to do. He wants to talk about mischievous madness. All right, he wants to talk about nigger shit, insignificant psychobabble. But that's what the society is full of. Circumlocution, empty speech, babble, confusion. The Lord is not the author of confusion, man. Psalms 119, verse 30, it says, I will have chosen the way of truth. Thy judgments I have laid before me. I have stuck onto thy testimonies, O Lord, put me not to shame. So I will run the way of thy commandments. When thou shalt enlarge my heart, he shall teach me, O Lord. The way thy statutes, and I shall keep it even unto the end. It says, give me understanding, I shall keep thy law, yet all I shall observe it with my whole heart. It says, make me to go into the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. It says, incline my heart unto thy testimonies, not to covetousness, and turn away my eyes from beholding vanity. This is what this society is full of. And quicken thou me in the way, establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. To go that word devout again. Devoted to predisposition, right? Devout what's the word? Devout preoccupation. That's the word. Devout preoccupation. So it says, turn me away from beholding vanity and quicken thou me in the way, establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. 39 verse says, turn away from reproach, which I fear, for thy judgments are good. All right. And that's what you're going to be speaking of, the Lord's judgments. That's how you know where his men are at. They're going to be talking of the Lord's judgment on the earth. They're going to be talking about peace to the wicked. You know? The Lord said there's no peace to the wicked. Isaiah chapter 33 and verse 15 says, he that walketh righteously and speaketh uprightly, he that despised the gains of oppression, that shaketh his hand from holding the bribes and stop his ear from hearing the blood and shut his eye from seeing evil. He shall dwell on high. His place of defense shall be the munition of rocks. Bread shall be given him. His water shall be sure. Thy eyes shall see the king, his beauty. They shall behold the land that's far off, your land. We're going to see it beautified again, not full of moles, like Tel Aviv. 18 verse, thine heart shall meditate terror on your enemies, man. Not nice things. Okay, it says, where is the scribe? Where is the receiver? Where is he that counted towers? It says, they shall not see a fierce people, a people of deeper speech than thou canst perceive, or a stammering tongue that thou canst not understand. Look upon Zion, the city of our solemnities. Thy eyes shall see Jerusalem being a quiet habitation, for a tabernacle that shall not be taken down. Not one stake thereof shall ever be removed, neither shall any of the cords thereof break, but there shall the glorious Lord be unto us for a place of broad rivers and streams. Right? Because before he said we've been a dry land, right? Psalms 1:1. Right? But he's gonna plant us like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth his fruit in season. His leaf also shall not wither. And whatsoever he do, he shall prosper. For the second verse said, he shall delight in the law of the Lord, and in his law doth he meditate day and night. Isaiah 33 and 21. But there shall the glorious Lord be unto us a place of broad rivers and streams, wherein shall go no galley with oars, neither shall galleon ships pass thereby. For the Lord Yahweh Hashem Yashai is our judge, the Lord is our lawgiver, the Lord is our king, and he will save us. The tacklings are loosed. They could not well strengthen their mast, they could not spread the sail. Then is the prey of a great spoil divided. The lame take the prey. Jake, Israel, the lame, is going to take the prey, the sick, the lowly. All right, 24 verse. It says, and the inhabitants shall not say, I am sick. The people that dwell therein shall be forgiven for their iniquities. So your heart shall meditate terror. 18 verse, the point, right? Isaiah 33:18. Your heart shall meditate terror. Your mind is going to be upon the ordinance of the Lord, and part of those ordinances is to recompense your enemies double, not to make pacts with them like the sellouts, like Jesse Lee and the rest of you Edomite lovers. You got a lot of Edomite lovers out there. You got a lot of heathen lovers, a lot of race traitors, if you will, man. But the Lord told us not to worry about you, man, because you part of this fire, nuclear fire that's gonna come. It says Mark 13:9, but take heed to yourselves, for they shall deliver you up to councils, and in the synagogue shall be beaten, and you shall be brought before rulers and kings for my name's sake, for a testimony against them. And the gospel must first be published amongst all nations. But when they shall lead you and deliver you up, take no thought beforehand we shall speak, neither do ye premeditate. But whatsoever shall be given you in that hour, that speak ye, for it is not ye that speak, but the Holy Spirit. Right. So in this scenario, when the Lord had gone, the Lord told you not to premeditate this, what you're gonna say in them times when you get delivered up, because you already been meditating on the scriptures all this time. So you already been doing the meditation. The Lord already gonna put it in you. What you're gonna say and what you're gonna do. It is not in man's to direct his steps, right? It's not you that speaks, spirit of your father speaketh within you, Matthew 10 and 20. Right. Psalms 143 and verse 1, it says, hear my prayer, O Lord, and give ear to my supplication. In thy faithfulness answer thou me, and in thy righteousness enter not into judgment with thy servant. For in thy sight shall no man live and be justified. For the enemy hath persecuted my soul. He has smitten my life down to the ground. He hath made me to dwell in darkness as those that have been long dead. Therefore is my spirit overwhelmed within me, and my heart is within me desolate. I remember the days of old, and I meditate on all thy works. Jeremiah 6 and 16 says, think of the old past. Search for the old past, Jeremiah 6:16. It says, thus saith the Lord, stand ye in the ways and see and ask for the old paths, wherein is the good way, and walk therein, and ye shall find rest for your souls. But they said, we will not walk therein. I set a watchman over you, saying, hearken to the sound of the trumpet. But they said, we will not hearken. Therefore, hear ye nations, and know, O congregation, what is among them. And hear, O earth, for behold, I will bring evil upon this people, even the fruit of their own thoughts, because they ain't meditating on my ways. I'm going to bring them the evil, the fruit of their own thoughts, because they have not hearkened unto my words, nor to my law, but rejected it. Psalms 143 and verse 5, it says, I remember the days of old, and I meditate on all that works. I muse on the work of thy hands. I stretch forth my hands unto thee, and my soul thirsteth after thee, as a thirsty land, Selah. It said, hear me speedily, O Lord, my spirit faileth, hide not thy face from me, lest I be like unto them that go down to the pit, at the death of the uncircumcised, lest you be consumed. That's why he said, give not thy servant over unto an impudent mind. At 8 verse says, cause me to hear the loving kindness in the morning, for in thee do I trust. Cause me to know thy way, wherein I should walk, for I lift up my soul unto thee. And deliver me, O Lord, from my enemies, and I flee unto thee to hide me. It says, teach me to do thy will, for thou art my power, thy spirit is good, and lead me in the land of uprightness. And quicken out me, O Lord, for thy name's sake, for thy righteousness' sake, bring my soul out of trouble. And of thy mercy, cut off my enemies and destroy all them that afflict my soul. Find thy servant, right? And that servant is going to meditate on all the Lord's works. Remember the days of old and muse upon the work of the Lord's hands. Meaning you're gonna be you're gonna be fulfilled in His word. Because you're gonna be you ain't gonna be a partaker of this world, man. All right. You learn how to be abased and how to abound. All right. And these people don't know how to be abased, how to live a certain lifestyle. And for the Lord's sake, we die daily. You know, this life of ours is not a typical life that these people out here will sign up to live. All right. That's why the Lord said that that his disciples they say took up the cross and followed him. And if a man does not bear his cross, he cannot be my disciple. Luke 21 and verse 12, it says, actually 14, it says, straight to the point. It says, settle not therefore in your hearts not to meditate before what ye shall answer, for I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries should not be able to gainsay nor resist. The Lord's going to give you a mouth to, as it says in Isaiah 54:17, no weapon that's formed against thee shall prosper, but every tongue that shall rise up against thee in judgment thou shalt condemn. That's the Lord's giving you a mouth that your adversaries can't gainsay or resist. So for those kind of things, you don't need to meditate thereon, because the Lord's already gonna put it in you, like He put it in you every day to seek Him, like He put it in you to understand, like He put it in you to. Because at the end of the day, it's all predestinated, anyways. Ephesians, the 1st chapter. So. You know, so you're going to sit there and, what am I going to do with them down? You don't know what you're going to do. The Lord going to decide. But you seeking Him is part of you garnering favor with Him. And you meditate on His ways, ultimately. It says, 1 Timothy chapter 4 and verse 13, it says, till I come, give attendance to reading, to exhortation, to doctrine. Neglect not the gift that's in thee, which was given thee by prophecy, which with the laying of the hands of the presbytery. It says, meditate on these things, 15th verse, and give thyself wholly unto them, that thy profiting may appear unto all. It says, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, continue in them, for in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Right. So you're supposed to meditate on these things and give yourself wholly to them. To go into that word devout again. That thy profiting may appear unto all. Let your light shine before men, right? They may glorify your Father which is in heaven. The Lord told you to do. 16 verse, take heed unto thyself and unto the doctrine, and continue in them, right? Not switch it up, meddle not with them that's given the change, right? For in doing this, thou shalt both save thyself and them that hear thee. Sirach 6 and verse 32, it says, my son, if thou shalt be taught, thou will apply thy mind, thou shalt be prudent. If you will apply your mind, right? If thou will love to hear, thou shalt receive understanding. If thou will bind thy ear, thou shalt be wise. Stand in the multitude of the elders and cleave unto him that's wise. It said, be willing to hear every guileless discourse, and let not the parables of understanding escape thee. If thou seest a man understanding, get thee betimes unto him, and let thy foot wear the steps of his door, and let thy mind be upon the ordinances of the Lord, and meditate continually in his commandments. And he shall establish thy heart and give thee wisdom at thy own desire. Ask and I will give thee. Ask and you shall receive. You shall receive. Matthew 7:7. Ask and it shall be given you. Seek and ye will seek, and ye shall find. Knock and it shall be opened unto you. For everyone that asketh receiveth, and he that findeth, to him that knocketh it shall be opened. All right. And that's the part of that meditation on the Lord's word. Sirach 39 and 1, it says, but he that giveth his mind to the law of the Most High is occupied in the meditation thereof, and will seek out the wisdom of all the ancient and be occupied in prophecies. He will keep the sayings of the renowned men, stand in the multitude of the elders, be willing to hear every guy that discourse. Sirach 6 and 34, which you read. Second verse says, he will keep the sayings of the renowned men, where subtle parables are there. He will seek out the secrets of great sentences and be conversant in dark parables. He will serve amongst great men and appear before princes, and he will travel through strange countries where he have tried the good and evil amongst men. And he will give his heart to resort early to the Lord that made him, and will pray before the Most High and open his mouth in prayer, make supplication for his sins. When the great Lord willed, he shall be filled with the spirit of understanding, and he shall pour out wise sentences to give thanks unto the Lord. His prayers, he shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and his secrets shall he meditate. And he will show forth that which he hath learned, and shall glory in the law of the covenant of the Most High. And many shall commend his understanding. So long as the world endureth, it shall not be blotted out, and his memorial shall not depart away. His name shall live from generation to generation. Nations shall show forth a wisdom, and the congregation shall declare his praise. And if he dies, shall leave a greater name than 1,000. And that's why it says in the 44th chapter, let us praise great men, our fathers that begat us. Right? That's what that's talking about. 10th verse, right? And they shall show forth his wisdom, and congregation shall declare his praise. Right. So the 7th verse, he says, he shall direct his counsel and knowledge, and in his secrets shall he meditate. So in them secrets, that's where his men gonna be found. Hosea 12 and 10. I multiply similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. I've spoken by the prophets, and I have multiplied vision and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets. So through that ministry, through those men that's meditating, pondering, thinking abstractly, engaging in mental contemplation on his word, like the Church of Berea, for instance, so on and so forth. These were these men that was devout in order to truly serve the Lord. John, the 4th chapter, right? The true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and truth. So the only truly devout could be like Cornelius, just men, Israelites. Okay, not the heathen. 2 Ezra 3 and 36 says, you shall know by name that Israel has kept thy precepts, but not the heathen. Israel basically has meditated on thy precepts and not the heathen, nobody else. Because you're the only people of the book, the only people the Lord made a covenant with by sacrifice. Gather my saints together unto me, them that made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Psalms 50:5. All right. So, anyways, with that call, I'm like, how Bashim Yamshai, Bashim Kakodash. Get your head out the gutter, man, and meditate upon the Lord. And maybe you will get out of slavery. Maybe you won't be Maybe you won't be a slave. Maybe the Most High will subdue your enemies under your feet. All right. So with that, call him like how about you, once again, to Abla, the ones to our apostles and others great millstones. Shalom.